August 20th, Nick Vujicic.
Sometimes the best way to succeed is to fall down, get back up, and try again. Nick Vujicic wiped out again. Swimming away from his board, he came up for air, then let the waves wash him toward the shoreline. To his left, professional surfers went head-to-head in competition, rolling and flipping dramatically through the waves to earn the judges' favor. Nick just wanted to stay on his board. His instructor, Bethany, nodded her encouragement. Face set, Nick waded back into the deeper water. A small crowd of people had gathered along the breakwall, and almost as one, they turned their attention away from the competition and toward Nick. Some held up cameras. Nick felt his heartbeat rising to his chest. Too many people were watching. As a wave approached, he narrowed his focus. Bethany nodded, spoke a word of encouragement, and nudged his board forward. Would he fall again? Not this time. The crowd on the beach erupted. Ecstatically, they were cheering him on, and Nick joined in with his own victorious cry. What made this simple accomplishment such a victory? And why was this crowd so impressed when just beyond, professional surfers performed far greater feats? The crowd was cheering because this student was Nick Vujicic, born without arms or legs, and had just demonstrated a powerful truth. Sometimes, the best way to succeed is to learn from our failures. Nick says, every time you fall down, every time you fail, you learn something new. You're ready for the next one. You've learned how not to do something. Learn from it and move on. You can only win if you don't give up. When Nick's speaking tour took him to Hawaii in 2008, he knew it was the right time to try to fulfill one of his lifelong dreams, to learn how to surf. Years earlier, his mother had shown him the website of a young girl, Bethany Hamilton, who had just lost her arm to a shark attack while she had been surfing. In spite of the staggering loss, Bethany was back on the water within 3 weeks and soon became nationally recognized for her talent on the board. Nick knew she would be the perfect teacher for him, and as soon as he landed in her home state, he reached out to ask for a lesson. I was psyched at the prospect of learning how to surf, he said. I was more than a little nervous. They began on the beach. As Nick struggled to raise himself upright on the board, he and Bethany devised a platform made of folded towels, duct taped just off center, which he could use for leverage. Once he could raise himself up on his own, he rode several waves perched on the end of Bethany's board. Finally, he was ready to try it on his own, so Bethany nudged his board into a wave, and he immediately fell off. Struggling, Nick swam back out to the deeper water, waited while Bethany positioned his board, and tried again. Wave after wave, Nick tried, and wave after wave, he failed. But he didn't give up. Each time he stayed on the board a little longer and made minute adjustments to his body based on what worked or hadn't worked during his previous attempt. Late in the morning of August 20th, 2008, Nick Vujicic successfully surfed a wave all the way into the shore. The crowd cheered at his success. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand." In your life, what challenge seems impossible? Sometimes the best way to succeed is to fall down, get back up, and try again.
Hey, 365 Christian Men. My name is Mike Mott. Today is August 20th. I'm coming to you from the heart of the city of Jerusalem right here in Israel. Listen, the word for the day today after this amazing story about Nick Vujicic is this: don't give up, don't give in, don't quit. Keep at it until the end. Winston Churchill says it this way: success consists of going from failure to failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Jesus says it this way: but the one who endures till the end will be saved. Paul says it this way to his disciple Timothy: keep a firm grasp on your character and on your teaching. Do not be diverted. Just keep at it. Both you and the person that hears you will experience salvation. James says it to us this way: consider it pure joy, brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And then he says this: let perseverance finish its work in you, so that you may be complete and will lack nothing. You see, Nick Vujicic's greatest triumph wasn't that he learned how to surf. His greatest triumph was that he persevered until he learned how to surf. That perseverance propelling him forward for the rest of his life. So guys, let me ask you, what is that one thing that you've quit, that you've given up on, that you haven't seen through to the end? It's not too late. Get back up on the surfboard and learn how to surf. Finish what you started. God will give you everything that you need to be able to finish that task, to finish that experiment, to finish that learning. God will give it to you. And there's great gold in God on the other side of that decision. God bless you guys.